Hi dear students, I am DM Ravi Kumar, Physics lecturer, Alpha University College, KR Nagar, Mysore. Dear students, from today onwards, we are going to release video classes on second year pre-university course, NCERT syllabus, Karnataka State. You know, the first unit of your second year PUC syllabus, physics, is electrostatics. Chapter 1, electric charge and electric field. Before I come to this topic, electric charge today, let me highlight some points regarding how to utilize this video. Dear students, you have been already provided with study material. That's why you have to watch this video clip very carefully, then go through our material or textbook. Once you are thorough with the concept I discussed today, you can move on to next video. That's how you have to do. You can, you will. Now, I'll come to our first topic, today's topic, that is electric charge. Dear students, charge, if you request me to mention a word which is known to all people across the globe, that is charge. Everybody knows it, right? Everybody, even he is a illiterate, knows the word charge, such a familiar word. And you have been studying this from higher primary standards, 6th, 7th, then high school, 8th, 9th, and now you are studying this bit in detail. Now I'll start my concept on electric charge. Before that, what you have learnt in your high school, let's see some of the important things on this topic. Dear students, you have learnt in our high school about the charge, types of charge and charged particles, namely protons, electrons, a neutral particle, neutron, and some ions, anions, cations, chemistry, right? And what is charge? Little bit you know. So I am talking to students who are already familiar with this word electric charge. But let me start my discussion with a simple experiment. Let's see. Dear students, you know, this is a rubber handle of this brush and this is the cloth, right? What I am doing now? I am rubbing this with the cloth, right? See, do you see any change in the shape, size or color? Everything same? No change, right? But if you hold it near light object, look here, this is disturbing the straw suspended here. And look, this get attracted, right? Can you see the bits of paper, polystyrene balls get attracted to this? I'll do it again. If you rub more, we'll see this phenomenon little in detail. Look here, see, right? Now, what's happened to this when rubbed with a cloth? No change in the color, no physical change in physical appearance. But there is something special with this body when rubbed, right? Not only with this. See, this is straw, you know, you're very familiar with this. Now, if I touch this, nothing will happen. See? But if I rub this with the cloth, do the same thing that you did to the brush handle. See now, this is attracting light materials. As Mr. This too has acquired something special feature, property as that of the rubber handle or plastic handle. Do the same experiment on this pipe. Okay, this is a pipe, PVC pipe. I'll rub this with the cloth, right? Now, see, this also attracts light material. Look here, this is disturbing this. If you rub more, we'll see this effect to a greater extent. Okay, this is disturbing, right? Now, what is the thing that is making the body behave little differently when rubbed with a cloth? That's what you are familiar with. That is the electric charge. Students, in these three observations, if you rub an object suitably, the object attracts light materials like bits of paper, straw, even dry leaves, any dry light objects attracted towards rubbed objects. Right? That's what you saw here. This property acquired by the body is called electrification. Electrification. The body is said to be charged. Then what is electrification? Electrification is a process of producing a property by rubbing the body so that it attracts light materials like bits of paper, straw, dry leaves, etc. The process is called electrification, and the body is said to have acquired charge, or body is said to be charged or electrified. Right? Let me repeat once. What is electrification? All substances, when rubbed suitably, attract light materials like bits of paper, straw, leaves, etc. The process of producing this property is called electrification. The body is said to have acquired electric charge. Body has acquired a property that is called charge. You cannot see it directly, but you can feel it. If you touch here, attracts light materials. The body is said to be electrified or charged. Right? Then what is charge? What is charge? Look here, students. Charge is a property acquired by the body by virtue of which, virtue means due to which the body exerts electric force on other bodies. You have learnt in your first year PUC chapter, laws of motion. Any body in a state of rest continues to be in the same state. Look here, straw is in the same state. Now, I will do it again. I am rubbing this straw with the cloth, right? Holding it near it. Okay, there is a small disturbance between it, right? It's moving slightly. If you do this to a greater extent, then we'll see more effect here. More effect. It is attracting the light materials. If you rub this, you can see to a greater extent. Okay. It is moving little closer. It is shaking. Okay. It's coming closer, coming closer, coming closer. Right? See, this is disturbing this. Disturbance is the force exerted by this on this without any physical contact. No physical contact between these two, but there is a disturbance. That disturbance is the force exerted by this when rubbed suitably. Therefore, it has got some property. That property is called charge. That charge makes a body attract another body. So, you have this thing in mind. What is electric charge? A property of a body by virtue of which the body exerts electric force on other. What is electric force? Force between two bodies when the bodies rubbed suitably in this example. But there are different ways to explain electric forces. We'll come to that later on. This is how I introduce this concept to you, right? Yes, students, you are clear with these two concepts. One is electrification, the other electric charge. You now just think like this. What is electrification? When you rub an object suitably, it attracts light materials like bits of paper, straw, etc. That property acquired by the material is called electrification, and that property acquired by that body is called electric charge. Right? It's very familiar now. Students, from where did you get the word electric? Can't you say just charge? There is a small history for that. See, this electric has been derived from the Latin word electron. Look at this spelling, electron, E-L-E-K-T-R-O-N, Latin word. which means amber in English. What is amber? Amber, a fossil resin, a fossil resin. What is resin? It is a gum secreted by evergreen plants. A wound made on the stem of plant secretes some gum. When that gum gets embedded in soil under some pressure, temperature conditions, that will be converted into a transparent, beautiful, transparent, yellowish, crystal-like thing that is called amber, from which this was first observed. What was first observed? Electrification was first observed. What is electrification? You just think it as an amber rod, rub it with cloth, it attracts light materials. It happened before Christ, 600 BC around. That's how our history goes, right? From then onwards, people started observing this property with other materials, then started quoting the bodies have acquired a property, the one acquired by electron in Latin language, amber in English, right? So, the property like electron, electric charge, the property acquired by electron, electric charge, charge, charge. Charge is something, some special property acquired by the body, by virtue of which body attracts light materials. That's it. Now, we'll move on to the types of charges you're already familiar with in your high school days. You learned this in detail. There are two types of charges, right? You are getting the words, types of charges in your mind, types of charges, right? How many types of charges are there? Yes, two types. Which are they? They are positive and negative. Positive and negative. Now let me explain how this word positive, negative chosen and how people are able to classify the two types of materials. Very simple observation. Okay. Now I'll show you that how people are able to identify there are two types of charges. See, you observed one thing now. I showed you in the simple experiment. Look here. You rubbed this plastic with this cloth, right? Then held near this, they attracted, right? Now I hold it near this also gets attracted. But I do the same process for these two. This is plastic rod rubbed with a cloth. Look here. It's hanging down. Now I'll rub this with this, right? I'll take it very close to it. Can you see? Can you see? See here is moving away, moving away. What do you call something moving away? Yes, repulsion. If you call moving away repulsion, coming towards attraction, in previous case, this was attracting this when it was not rubbed. You know, when you rub this, it also gets the property charge, right? If you rub this, this also gets or acquires the property. Both are acquired the same property. That's why they are moving away from each other, right? If I hold it near this, it attracts. Look here, it is attracting. If you take the cloth near it, attracts. If you take the straw near it, repels. So there are two forces, one attraction, the other repulsion. Therefore, there must be two kinds of charges, one corresponding to the attraction here, the other on this. Benjamin Franklin, American scientist, made a choice. Actually, he did experiments with glass rods, that's our history quotes, right? He took two glass rods similarly charged. Similarly charged means when they were rubbed with silk cloth and suspended side by side, they found to move away from each other, indicating repulsion. But when you suspend a charged glass rod, means a glass rod rubbed with silk, near a charged plastic, they started attracting each other like this. So he concluded that there are two kinds of charges. He called charge on glass rod positive and that on plastic negative. Why he chose these two words? We will know later on shortly. The charges obey the property additivity, which means they add like numbers. For example, plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, plus 2 minus 2 0, minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. Like that, the charges of different bodies add up. So, rightly has chosen two words, one positive, the other negative. Therefore, the charges like the one acquired by glass rod are called positive. The charges like the one acquired by plastic are called negative. So, there are two kinds of charges. Later investigations reveal some of the important features, that's called properties related to charges. Very important as far as our syllabus is concerned, is very important. Let's now move on to the important topic, that is properties of charges. Properties of charges. Properties of charges. Electric charge. Just you can say charge. Properties of charges. You know, what is charge? Charge is a property by virtue of which it exerts electric force on other bodies. Charge itself a property of matter. It has got some more properties. We will learn them. Yes, students, you have two important things now in your mind. Now, some of you might be thinking, sir, last year we learned mass a property of matter. Yes, right? Yes, of course. Like that, charge also property of matter. There are two properties for same matter. What is mass now? Can you recall your last year's definition? Mass is something which is existed in the body or matter leads to gravitational force of attraction. The same matter has another property which leads to electric force of attraction. Therefore, matter has different properties. Charge, mass, some more will come in future, like one got different name. We are learning two properties. One is charge, the other is mass. Students, charge is a property of matter which gives rise to electrical force of attraction. Then what is mass? Mass is another property of matter which leads to gravitational force of attraction. Very important, very simple. Now I will move on to the properties of charge. Very interesting and important for your board examination also. Normally 2 to 3 marks question will be asked in this. 2 to 3 marks question. 3 marks question. Now you have to put a star in your notes, study material. Now I will continue one by one. See, there are some basic properties here, basic, very fundamental, basic properties, some more general properties, basic properties. I'll write these basic properties here, one by one I'll write. There are some properties related to the charge. First property, charge, as I told you, I mentioned this word, charge is additive in nature, additivity in nature, additivity of charge. In short, you can say additivity of charge. Charge means electric charge. In short, we use charge. If I use the word charge, implies electric charge. What is additivity? Students, as I told you, if you add plus 4 with plus 4, you get plus 8. Simple rule of arithmetic addition. Plus 4 minus 4, 0. Minus 4 minus 4 minus 8. Just like how numbers just having magnitude add up. Charges on different bodies when combined add up like numbers. So, charge a scalar and add up or adds up like numbers. That's why an important property, charge is additive. It has additive property, additivity of charge. The second one, another interesting and important property of charge, that is, second one, Conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. Charge obeys the property of conservation. You learned last year law of conservation of energy. What is law of conservation of energy? We explained energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, right? But be formed can be transformed from one form to another. But we cannot say the same statement here, but the similar meaning is there. What is the meaning of conservation of charge? When you charge bodies, how did you charge body? You took a cloth and rubbed with this plastic. See, the process of charging explains this way. We will go to that point later on. Next point is that only. When you rub these two objects together, there are charges here and here too. There will be separation of charges between this and this. There are two kinds, positive, negative. They get separated when charged. That is the story here. But the total charge of the system means what? The pipe and the cloth together, same. There may be with more charges here, same number of less charges here. Maybe positive or negative. If you consider the system, in that system, whatever be the change, the net charge remains the same. The algebraic sum of charges in a system is constant. Charge is neither created nor destroyed. You cannot say. Sometimes in physics, charge is created, charge is destroyed. There are some examples, we'll come to know that later on. But total charge of the system is constant. What's the meaning of that? When charging takes place, the net charge is constant. No gain or loss of charge in the system. But there is gain or loss of charge in the bodies of the system. Bodies of the system means cloth may gain some charge, the plastic may lose the same amount of charges, but these two together a system, total charge remains the same. That is the idea of conservation of energy. Go through the notes, understand, read it once again. Now third one, important word, that is the charge is quantized. Quantization of charge. Quantization. What is quantization? Quantization of electric charge. Charge is quantized. Charge is quantized. What do you mean by quantization? This word quantum is a German language word which means magnitude. In physics, there are some physical phenomena occur in a particular amount, value. Like emission of light is not continuous in discrete packets of energy. During charging, there is transfer of charge, not continuously, just like how you pour water from a bucket. It's like dripping from a point, drop by drop, water drips out, right? Drips down from a higher level. Like that, the charging takes place in small integral multiple of fundamental value. So what is the meaning of this? Let me explain you clearly. What is quantization? Quantization is during charging, charging takes place in integral multiple of a fundamental value. Therefore, the charge on any body is Q. Let me use the symbol Q for charge henceforth, remember. The charge on a body Q is equal to an integral multiple. I write n for an integer. What is integer? 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, etc. I know very well, mathematics. Into a fundamental value denoted by E. What is E? E is a fundamental charge, fundamental E, a fundamental charge in nature. Fundamental charge value is around 1.6 10 power minus 19 coulomb. What is coulomb? Coulomb, SI unit of charge. C stands for coulomb. Coulomb, SI unit. We'll define this later on. In next unit, I will discuss this. What is coulomb? What is E? How this has been derived? Something like that. But you think this is the fundamental value. What does it say? In nature, scientists have identified that there exists a least value of charge in free state. That's already you are familiar with. Charge of an electron or charge of a proton, the value is around 1.6 power minus 19. Therefore, when charging takes place, charge gets transferred from one body to another in terms of NE, integral multiple of that. Therefore, we are telling you indirectly that there is either transfer of electron or proton from one body to another, thus there is charging. Now, you remember this much. There are three fundamental properties. Charge is additive, charge is conserved, and charge is quantized. Process of charging is quantized. Charge in any body is written as Q equals to NE, and this formula very important. Sometimes we'll be using solving NEET questions and also 1 mark questions. We'll come to that later. There are some more properties regarding charge, some more general properties. General properties. Let's see one by one. Remember, there are two kinds of charges. Kinds of charges. Come on, tell me. S, positive and negative. Positive and negative. Look here, in my discussion henceforth, if I say plus plus or minus minus, you consider them as like charges. Like charges. Plus plus, minus minus, like charges. Whereas plus and minus together, when you consider, called unlike charges. Unlike charges. Remember students, like charges repel and unlike charges attract. Very simple and very important, very fundamental thing, already familiar with. You are learnt in your lower standards. Like charges means plus plus or minus minus, they repel each other, plus and minus attract each other. This is the thing you are familiar with. We have to remember regarding the property of charge. Now, the second property of electric charge, general property is charge is a scalar. I already mentioned in that, charge is a scalar. Third one, the charge is not affected by motion of the body. When body moves, charge is not affected. But there are some more effects. We'll come to them later. And when a conductor gets charged, charges are accumulated on the surface. I use the word conductor, come to that later. But when you charge a body, charges are on the surface if it is a conductor. Insulator, where you put charge, they remain there only. That's the point you have to remember. It's a very important and simple concept, right? Conductors allow charges to flow through. Now, since I use the word conductor, now we'll come to this word you learnt in your high school, classification of matter based on the electrical conductivity. You are already familiar with. Very simple idea. There are two kinds of materials according to that. One is conductors. Second one, insulators. And third one, semiconductors. Students, not a new word, already familiar, you have learnt in your high school very well. What is conductor? Conductor means a substance which allows charges to flow through. What's an insulator? Doesn't allow charges to flow through. What is semiconductor? It is a substance having conducting properties lies between that of conductor and insulator. Right? I'll repeat once again. Conductors which allow charges to flow through. Insulators do not allow charges to flow through. Whereas semiconductors having conducting property, electrical property in between that of conductor and insulator. Students, you learn these things. You have learnt very important properties of charges. Charge is additive, charge is conserved, charge is quantized. Keep all these points in our mind. Go through our material, textbook, understand it once again. Next, be prepared for our next video. Thank you.